All right, getting ready to start my lab. I have my stirring rod, tape, Erlenmeyer flask, beaker of sodium chloride and water, markers, pencil, ruler, and my chromatography paper. Remember, this is the stuff that is staying put, so it is the stationary phase. And then my beaker right here of my dilute salt water, it's made of sodium chloride, which is a compound, and H2O or water, which is a compound, but together they make a homogeneous mixture. That's the thing that's moving up the paper, so it is our mobile phase. Getting started, I'm going to measure about 1 centimeter up from the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to mark that off with a pencil. The reason I have to use pencil is so that the water, it doesn't dissolve in the water and rise up the chromatogram. Okay, so we got about 1 centimeter, and that's the line I'm going to use to draw a dot of each of my marker inks. So I've got my red, blue, and black. And so we're trying to figure out if these inks are like pure substances or if they're actually mixtures of multiple different things. So we're 3 dots. I'm going to label them because it's kind of hard to see right now, and especially if they are made of mixtures and they separate, they won't be the same color at the end as they were in the beginning. So I'm going to write little abbreviations here to differentiate between the red, blue, and black. Right, next I'm getting my Erlenmeyer flask. I'm going to add about 1 to 2 centimeters of our dilute salt water to the bottom. And I want to suspend this chromatography paper in the flask. I want it to be just barely touching the water. So I'm going to use a stirring rod to help me kind of secure it right there. Right, we can see that the water already started to rise up the chromatogram, so I just pulled it out real quick. Right, should finally have it here. All right, cool, we're good. So you can see as the water is initially absorbed, it is already dragging the ink up, and it is moving up the chromatogram here. I'm going to make this into a time lapse because this whole thing took about an hour, and I don't want you to have to sit here and watch an hour-long video of ink traveling up a piece of paper. All right, and it's been about an hour now, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the water. You can see that the red was the one that rose the least. The blue rose pretty high, and the black isn't even black anymore. It's separated into all the different colors that are used to make black. And I'm going to set up my ruler, and I want to start at the 0 point at that line because that's where the ink first started rising. So next I'm going to add a picture that you can look at, but you can see that the water level traveled to, what is that, about 11.5 centimeters, and then I want you to compare how the red, blue, and black ink traveled up the chromatogram with the water.